Hi everybody, it's Robert Bruce Anderson. I admit to having a slight chest cold, so if I keep clearing my throat or doing funny tricks with my nose, I apologize for that ahead of time. This is going to be a live video, so I'm live streaming this, but then I'm going to save it and it'll go onto my website. And it's an example of how you would look up or research potential ideas to start up and manufacture as products from home, okay? For no reason other than I was on Facebook and I saw a knitting thing which looked pretty cool. And I thought, hey, let me go and see if, and then I thought, no, don't do that. That was a weird art knitting, weaving thing. So it wasn't a potentially good idea. It looked like, in fact, well, it's like art, and art is not always a really cool idea to do. You know, if you're an artist and you want to sell your art online, well, there's ways of making it happen. If you're looking for a business to do selling, making and selling, craft is good, art is harder because you're years from building up your portfolio and your skills, etc. So let's stick to crafts. And in this case, we're going to look up things to make and sell, but knitting related. Okay. So look, I've got tons of courses and things. So I'm just going to run through a couple of things like right now and show you how I would do very basic research in the beginning. Once you start to do this research in detail, I've got solutions to you there and we'll talk about that. But for now, essentially what you're doing is taking a list of things that you know you like to do. And you could even start with a brainstorming by literally just putting knitting ideas into Google and having a look at what comes up, okay? So what you would do is go through all sorts of things. For me, to do this first is, okay, I just used it though to get to see, oh, sorry, typical marketer. I immediately wanted to see who was, well, we'll just stop cooperating with me. I really don't want that up there. I wanted to see who was paying for ads, and there's very few. So I could probably run an ad here for knitting ideas for this product of mine and can get away with it very easily, 2 cents a click. Anyway, the point is, from here, I clicked on images. Okay, so what I would do normally now is I would sit down with a list, a pen and paper, old school, sorry, pen and paper, and I'd sit and look at things that I think are cool and sellable, like this scarfy thing. There's probably a name for it. I doubt it's called a scarfy thing. And look to see if there was ways of turning this into a business. So I don't know what it is. So I'd have to find that word out. I could probably right click and find it. Here's a similar thing, although this one looks far cooler. And then there's other things that, for the life of me, I can't see anybody really spending money on. Here's one, so stitched letters. In my opinion, and these, for example, these are quick to knit. You can literally keep watching TV or do whatever you do, watching the kids play, whatever it is, watching your wife cook while you knit. Okay, and it's all cool. But the problem is people don't want to pay a lot of money for this. So you've got to bear all of these sort of research things, thoughts, ideas in mind as you go along. They pay for this, okay? Phone covers they would pay for. The problem is, will they pay much money? Whereas if you did something that there's a better value, an entire, well, and if you're knitting cushions, by the way, knit the front and then turn them back into fabric. So you don't have to knit the whole thing. You can get twice as far. Making bags, obviously you don't knit the lining and the insides. So there's lots of ways of shortcutting it. That looks lovely, that one. Now here's the thing, it's a matter of tastes too, because, I look at what I call doily things, and hell, I'm not a spring chicken, I'm in my 50s. But I look at a lot of these ideas and think, hell, I would hate to have that. Whereas I'd love that throw thing. But the problem is with this throw thing, I bet you it's got, I can't talk money because I'm South African, so I'd talk rands. And a lot of you guys are going to be thinking in dollars. But, I suspect that there's probably, hell, I wouldn't know, $500. No, that's too much. $80. So I'm trying to do maths in my head. $80 worth of wool before you even make a profit. So you've got to sell it for like $160 or $200, and then people say, lovely, what, how much? And then they fly away. So you've got to, whenever it's a handcrafted, any handcrafted item, by the way. So even though I'm using knitting ideas today as an example, and I'm going to be making lots of videos along these lines, and they're all going to be long. So if you think I'm going to get to the point here in 5 minutes, no. If you want to get me to get to the point, go to one of my websites, this one, things2make-and-sell-from-home.com, or Small Business Opportunities, and there might be shorter versions there. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is take a basic search and write down things that you think. So I would write scarfy things. I would write throws I'd look into, whatever it is. So I'm not even going to go into detail here, because to be honest, we're getting to a thing all the way down here, 5th step away, before my list starts to make sense. Okay, so I'm here on videos. I would look at some videos. You got to be careful though, because you end up wasting time on videos. So I would probably just scroll on pictures, like these little cute kitty toy looking things. Those might work. And then you need to niche it. So the toy things maybe should be for, I don't know, toddler parties, something. Okay, so now we get to real research. Oh, by the way, sorry, just to point out, in here, I do have a course somewhere on this website that shows you how to research absolutely thoroughly. This video is covering some basics. So I would go to Etsy. Okay, now look at that. I added knitted in here. Watch what happened. Is it gave me a drop down. This would almost be my list, because if it's on Etsy, knitted baby clothes, knitted blankets, knitted scarves. So I would, let me just go to any of these. Knitted baby blanket, that's perfect. Now you see, now you're looking at, what are those parties called? Well, anyway, when you're going to have a baby. Sorry for not knowing that word off the top of my head. Baby shower. So you literally made the coolest baby shower things. And I have a suspicion people will happily pay this, because it's beautifully, this is beautiful. Now, here's the thing you've got to watch out for. This is very, very important. Immediately I look at this and it looks machine made. Okay, now you're not a machine made, your knitted products, you might have a machine. But remember that if you're doing this by hand, you're going to be competing against people's machines that they plug it in and go, grr, 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 make a cup of coffee, come back. And they've made a product that would have taken you a week, watching reruns of Outlander or whatever it is you're watching reruns of. So the point is that now you're looking at this. These people are making money, yeah? So Linny's Creations, interesting, come up twice. Let's see if there's others. These are business people. And if they featured at the top of the crop here, it's because they're doing well. Okay, so the idea is, sorry, let me not go through this in huge detail. There's 11,600, by the way, but obviously a lot of them are the same things. And these are ads. That's clever of them. I'd like to know how much they pay. So I'd hate to know, but I'd actually like to know. So let's not click on Lenny's Creations ad, but I'm going to click on their listing, which amusingly enough shows up. It's one of those real looking babies that they make. So now you would look through what they do. Melinda is, that's where the Lenny comes from. Lindy, cool, well done. And Amy. And these guys are a business. I bet you, oh, sorry, there is a thing, and I'm not going to look for it now. I have a link in one of my courses in that thing here that I spoke about that actually tells you, where it was on Etsy, that tells you who are the best sellers in a product, in which country too. So you can see, if you say, for example, in the UK, you can see who your competition is and even what they are already being a success at. And how cool is that? Okay. Okay, so the idea is to bring your goodies here, your keywords, your keywords, your ideas that you've put on paper, that you started to create here and here, and here, and now you come to the Etsy and you have a good look at that. Okay, and now we're still doing research. Yeah, so these are just things on paper. You're saying, okay, cool, I can manage that. You take the same idea to eBay and go and have a look at, let's just pick any of these as we don't waste too much time, women's sweaters, and have a look at how many of them are being knitted. So there we go, loose cardigan knitted, South African. Really? Oh, that's impossible. Wow, that's cheap. So it means it's machine made for sure and probably imported. Which again is a good business model, by the way. Hey, don't get confused here. I'm not telling you to go out and knit. I'm telling you to find a business that you can do and run from home. Now, if you're going to make and sell, you're doing it because you don't have a lot of money to do drop shipping. But a lot of this is drop shipping. So somebody here has found this product. I'll just join to that bit. Or this product in China, and maybe, and thought this is cool and put it all up, and you can. Wow, would somebody buy that? And they're sorry people, showing my bias. Some kind of a fluffy, you're like a fire hazard like that. So things like this. I mean, this is a very sellable product because it's normal, standard. It still seems like an incredibly cheap price. I'm nervous when things are too cheap. But anyway, so this is a dropshipping business model. And if you go to this website of mine, I cover it in all of these, in talks and training and things. In fact, I think you'd have to follow me on here. You could get to my Facebook page group and join and ask me to make your video for your idea. I'd do that too. Facebook is right. Okay, so anyway, the point is that you compare your ideas with the ideas here, and then you do what you got to do all along. So let me just presume that I liked that scarf thing. So I would go to the keyword tool. Now, everything, people, hinges on the keyword tool. So I would start with knitted. And let's just do knitted and then scarves. I'm going to do knitting as my. These are called seed keywords, right? So I could even do. No, let's just leave it at that. I've obviously been in keyword research for my local province, so I've got to remove that. I think all the rest is cool. So you click at ideas. Now, with a seed keyword, you're just trying to see what the world is looking for. So they're looking for a lot of scarves, knitted. Now, you've got to watch out because knitting people are looking up these keywords too. So here's an obvious. Okay, so I'm not sure, but let's say knitting patterns, yarn. These free knitting pattern, infinity scarf. Now, here's the thing. People might be looking this up. Let me, I'm going to still just behave. If I can just copy this once properly. I'm going to put that onto a notepad. Here like this, yeah, on my other screen. And there we go. So scarves for women gets fairly high searches. Now, silk scarf, by the way, have a look at that. That's a nice search number, isn't it? Sorry, I'm multitasking here, which is not really good for me. Because silk scarf is not knitting. But hey, if 22,000 people are looking it up and you can import them somewhere, really beautiful ones, or better still, custom hand paint silk. Now, there's a good idea. You see, so now my research is starting to pay off with ideas that I could cope with. Because I personally cannot knit. So yeah, I'm presuming you can, or you wouldn't be looking at a knitting idea video. But I can hand paint still scarves with patterns that I would learn the hard way as to what sells and doesn't sell. Okay, so I'm going to do something that would help me with my research. Is that so far, this is what Google thinks I'm looking for, so it's given it to me in this order. But I'm going to hit this button here, and it's going to sort it out from tallest to shortest, fattest to thinnest, or whatever it is. And now I'm going to know that crochet. Anyway, gets the biggest. Cardigan, fabric, sweater. So you see, cardigan, interesting. Cardigan is a UK word, isn't it? Is it a sweater's American? So you could do the word cardigan alone. Now I've started this, so I've got going on scarves, but you could go with a cardigan version and do the same thing over and over again. So I'm looking now, infinity scarf was the highest, silk scarf was up there too, men's scarf, which is pretty cool, head scarf, scarves for women. Let me just highlight this because it's got a slightly different word. Okay, so go to my keyword research, people, for proper look on how to do this. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to dump it up into here, because now I'm drilling down. Now I want to see what my real potential is. I'm also going to put it into this keywords to include, because now I want very, very tight results, or tighter. I'm still looking for a product. Remember, this is just research. Here we go. So infinity scarf, silk scarf, scarves for women. They're okay searches. Wait a minute. These are still got my other ones in here. Typical. The AdWords machine is fighting with me. Okay, so now we've got my answers to, look at this. Pay attention to this, guys. This is driven by, I'm South African, so I don't have winter. My winter is right now. It's what's the month now? It's July, end of July. But these tells you that when it's winter months, so October, November, December, January, huge market for knitted scarves, because yeah, that's when it's cold. I bet you if you took silk scarf alone, it will level more, because it's not so much about cold and it's about decor, fashion. Okay, so how to wear it, infinity scarf, cool. Now, okay, so now all of these how to infinity scarves, how to knit, it doesn't matter, they're keywords. I say it doesn't matter, you might not sell an infinity scarf to somebody who's looking up how to knit one. They're going to copy your pattern. But you know what? You're going to get traffic to your site, and 1 in 10 that thinking of knitting it looks at it and thinks, wow, no, look at this, a Pokemon silk scarf, that's funny. So all of these scarf only keywords, look at this, scarf is huge. So already you do have a niche. You can literally make yourself into the scarf business. Now, again, I don't know how many minutes I'm on. I'd like to find out here. Let me see if I can see somewhere. Never tells me. It just lets me talk and talk forever. I find it very amusing. Not to worry. I'm sure I'm on 15 minutes already, but it doesn't matter. The point is that you should specifically target women or men or silk or wool or knitted, or because if you're going to do just scarves, which is cool too. Sorry, I have hiccups during the live streaming thing. I'm not too clever. If you're going to just do scarves, it's cool, but it's going to take you a year for you to rank your website, because you now are targeting a very broad, even though it's just scarves, there's hundreds and hundreds of versions of scarves. And look at these, a huge amount of keyword searches. So you're going to have 30, 40,000 people a month coming to your website. Here we go. In fact, more like 80,000 potentially, when your website is 100 or 200 pages of videos and of images and products and things, and that's going to take you a year or two to get to there. But in a year or two, you will be the scarf person in your country and perhaps on the entire internet. Yeah, sorry, I've also been talking now, that's a lot of it to do with building a website and selling it on eBay or Etsy, or from your own site through classifieds. Obviously, Google here is telling you what people want, and if they want it here, then you know what? They're going to want it at your local craft market too, in the local stores. So your keyword research is pretty relevant for what's trending and what's good and what's bad, which means I want to go and look up very soon macrame, because I've heard it's coming back into fashion. Okay, so with all this in mind, Your keywords are going to tell you what you do. Now once you've done this, you would now go back and let's just stick to this infinity scarf thing. So I need to just copy it from somewhere. Okay, so if I took my infinity scarf, right, now I'd do my research back through this here. So I'd go back here and I'd want to see what's up with infinity scarves and what my level of competitions are, how cool they look, how hard are they to make. I'd look in a thing called Google Trends. Look it up, do it. Have a look to see if it's waxing or waning. There's the right words for you. I remember seeing, I actually enjoy this infinity scarf myself. So, just images, open it up, have a good look through. Look to see if they're all huge. You see, some of them are not even knitted. How cool is that trick? Find a really, really soft and beautiful fabric. And wow, some of these are huge. I mean, this is cool, that's small. This looks like, well, what can I say? It looks cool, some of the fashion tricks. Here's another one done with fabric. I think you could easily save time and money with fabric, but then perhaps people don't want fabric ones, they want the knitted. So yeah, you got to look into all the options. You can look at do it really crafty and add beads and things into it. All cool. So your research would go back now through all of these, and you'd have a look as to how much and what price, and whether or they'll have a difference between an infinity scarf of $88 and $38 fabric. You see, 65 for those big arm knit ones. Actually, the fabric ones can look pretty cool. Scarf Club, Miracle Shine. So it's exactly this point. Is you've got to get it out there, you've got to get the world to find you. Now, this kind of thing, by the way, will probably sell well, and now that involves research. Again, in my course, it's there to know your exact, the word is avatar they use, but you need to see the age group and the type of person you're selling to. And if it's less than 25 years old, if a lot of your market's 20, 22, guys, you want to go onto Instagram and market there, and then you just literally put up posts that show pictures, let them learn to like and share, and then you just add it like a maniac. There'll come a time when you can literally retire from your Instagram stuff. Okay, so same story here. eBay, go and have a look at what they've got at what prices. Okay, now we switch to rands, because it knows I'm here in South Africa. Doesn't have a clue what the dollar price is. Okay, so that was it. You do the same onto YouTube. Double check it all, and this way, take your knitting ideas and you just keep running it through and through and through until you've got a handful of ideas. The reality is, who is your real competition? So let's just do this. Let's just do Black Infinity Scarf. Now that's product, okay? So I want to do search Google for. I want to check the very Etsy's first. It's fine. It means you can rank for this. eBay is up there. Forever 20. This is cool. Target. Scarves.net. There's the first one. That's a pure scarf one. And then Amazon. So if you went and made a website that was only to do with Black Infinity scarves, black silk ones, black fabric, large men, black women, black wedding, black, I don't know if there's such a thing, but here we go. So you need the keyword to be black. You take that same, in fact, let's do this. You take the same keyword back into here, you get it to do black, you go back into here, you only want to know Black Infinity scarves. You're just going to do that trick to me up there, and you ask it for Black Infinity scarves up here, and now you're going to find out exactly how many people are looking at Black Infinity scarves in versions of it. There we go. So here's your keywords. You've only got 23, but you know what? If you made 23 pages black and white infinity scarf, black knit infinity scarf black, red and black, black fringed. How cool is this? You're going to rank for all of these within 3 to 6 months, and you're going to have in total only, but remember you're selling a product. So, if your profit's high enough, so they'll all arrive there, they're going to click on your link, they're going to go straight to your shopping cart and buy it, or they're going to go to your affiliate link to Amazon or wherever it is. And pretty much Amazon, I didn't even open Amazon to show you, sorry people. So you would go there and make a commission from just building a website talking about, infinity scarves, but black ones. Okay, so that's it, I'm done. I just wanted to show you how you would drill down to get a knitted product idea. I would suggest you research 5, 10, 15, 20 popular ones. Somewhere along the way, you're going to be all excited about one that looks easy to win with, like this, but is on 25,000 searches. Quick and easy to make a nice profit. Your profit margins are high enough, all of that, and you'll be done. Cool. Okay. Thank you for your time. I'm going to publish this. Yeah, just wanted to remind you, the link below this video will tell you where you can get this furniture, wedding, jewelry, crafting, and the product examples that you can make and sell. They'll be inside of here. Obviously, the same link also goes to your keyword training. So you want to learn how to do keywords. It's in here too, all free. In fact, so is this for free. Just put you on my email list where I'd keep you up to date with what I'm up to with giving ideas and things. In fact, if you join the Facebook group, so now I can't pause this because it's a live broadcast. But if you were on my Facebook group, and you'd find it in here, so let's hit contact us and have a look. In the Facebook group, you will find that there's the join the Facebook group. This is easy. And it'll take you to things to make and sell. It's brand new, this. So I'm making this video and I think I've got 6 members. There we go, 6 members I really have. But there's going to come a time when I've got 6,000 or 600 or 60. It doesn't matter. Come along and join it. And then come here and say, okay, Rob, hey, thanks. I watched your video on infinity scarves. And I want to sell infinity scarves only in Australia, New Zealand, or South Africa, or Johannesburg, or Scotland. And how would I do that? And I'd simply just, if you're the only one that's asked me that week, well, then you get to have it done. If I'm getting 500 asks, I'll have to filter it a bit. But I'd come along and show you how to do infinity scarf businesses in, let's go, only in the UK. So what will happen is that it's going to filter out the 1,300 searches and going to go down to 90. Wow, only 50. So now a Black Infinity Scarf website where you're not going to ship out of the UK, you're only going to work within the UK, suddenly becomes less. But you know what? If this website's up and working and you're getting your 500 hits a month, and those are turning into 50 orders, well, 50 infinity scarves sold is okay. It means you're not going to make a full-time living from it. But then you go and make another website to do with, well, then you put all your infinity scarves, by the way, on a single infinity scarf site. But you could get sales from red and green and silk and fresh and old and antique infinity scarves. Sorry, I have no idea if there are any of those things. But that's what keyword research is for. It'll show you that. Okay, I promise to go now. I really am going to go. This time I think I am. Go to those links if you need them. And yeah, take care. Thanks. Cheers.